So this is just a quick update. I did make a video of me starting this, but I don't know where it's gone. But this is the other room, and while I was waiting for materials to come, I got a bit peeved off. Went down and bought some floor, and I laid the laminate floor. It was easy, quite easy to do. So I'm gonna put the skirting board around as well. And now, after I finish this, my order, the timber I ordered for the rest of the paneling, that's all come, so I can get on, paint it all before I put it on. It's easier to do it that way. Give it a couple of coats of emulsion, both sides, all the way around. But then I can carry on and finish this room off, and that's another tick off my list. And then that'll be 2 rooms finished, because I can go next door in the other room and finish off in there, in this room. There's not much to do in here really. There's just a couple of panels to go down the side there, a little bit of touching up paint here and there. There was some more else. Oh, the boxing in to do, and I'll get the electrician, if I can get the electrician here this week and wire this up. I'll get the electric on upstairs. This floor's all done. I still have a bit of skirting to sort out there, just where the mitre pulled out at the bottom. Didn't stick properly, but I'll sort that out. That's not the biggest problem in the world. That's an easy job. Got a little bit of tidying up to do on the window underneath where it's a bit wavy. It's horrible windy day again, and I've been lucky. We've just had one of the biggest storms, Storm Tristan I think it was called, and I was very lucky, very lucky. Minimal damage. There's a building, well, it's my building, it's I think they used to keep animals or something in there, or now there's only wooden. There's not much in there, but it's the full height of the house, so it's the full height, full length of the house next door. It's probably 10 foot wide that way, but there's a 60 centimetre wall in between. But the roof on the house and whatever animal store it is, because it's a full height one, carries on, and I lost 2 tiles right at the very end. Didn't lose them, they'd come off, but they've went back on. I didn't lose it. It's the aerial on, it's actually on this side of the house, and it's up there. There's massive tall aerial. It probably goes about 10-15 feet, and it's attached just off the corner, so it's attached about there, some on the outside. It goes up about 15 feet. That's bent over now, so I'll need to get up and cut that off. I lost a bit of gutter, about a 6 foot length of plastic gutter, but that was my fault because I'd put it in and for some reason I didn't clip it in, so that blew off. So wasn't damaged, I just put it back on. Apart from that, nothing really. So I'm going to continue now. I'm going to paint some of the panel in first, and then I'll start cutting some of the skirting board for here, because I can put that in now. And there's just a bit of painting. I can put the panels in here and there, and this room will be finished. I'll show you a little bit more when I've made a little bit more progress. That's it for now. Well, would you just look at that weather? Absolutely belting down. Who said Portugal was always sunny? I think it's rained for about 10 or 20 days constant. It's February. It's not cold though, but it's just wet and damp. Poor house across there lost its roof. Lovely house. It's empty, but I don't know if I can see it a little bit better there, but yeah, lost Storm Christian or whatever it was. So, but anyway, I'll show you what else I've been doing. I've trimmed this window out, and it's very dark, so I hope you can see. I've boxed in over there. I've still got the trim to go around the door, but I took that off while I was painting. So this room is, I think I mentioned last time, it's all but done. I've done the boxing above the door, got the trim to go on. This is the MDF. I'm just going to give it a coat of paint, some paneling, because I've started in this room. This is the last bedroom. It looks like I've skimmed the walls. It looks like I've gone round and plastered, skimmed them, but I haven't. That's actually paint. I'm hoping the colour dries a little differently. If it doesn't, I'll use a colour, but I'll add more white. I'll put some white emulsion into the paint and give it another coat, because it doesn't take long to paint these. But I've just got the trim to go around, but it's easier, much easier, if you paint the walls first, then you don't have any cutting in to do. I've got that beam up there to cover. I'll probably do that this afternoon. So I covered the beams, that one, and up the top I've covered them, so I can give this out here a coat of paint as well. And I'll probably do that when I'm doing the MDF. And I've got some timber over there which is for the false beams. Say like I've got the false beams there. I've got two to go in, one to go there where the join is. And that join up there is only because the wall, these panels are at 2.6 metres, well the wall's longer, it's nearly 3 metres. So what I did is I cut them there, put a join in, and I'm going to put the false beam down, and I'll put another one down there so it looks similar. Then I've got the trim to go around. I think in this room, no, I'm just going to do it just at the top where I've got the joins. I might not put any trim down below, I'll just put the skirting, see what it looks like. Yeah, this colour's starting to dry out. It is getting lighter. I did see this colour in a property many years ago, and the colour did look nice when it was with white skirting board, and it did have a dado rail round and coving round. The room wasn't shaped like this, it was more or less square, but the colour suited the room and it looked nice, so I thought I'll give it a try. So I'm hoping this colour dries out, then I'll get everything out of there and I can put all the tools in here. And it's still sort of mid-February, so I reckon by the beginning of March all the upstairs will be more or less finished. There won't be that much to do, if anything. And I can start on the stairs. Still haven't decided what I'm doing with the handrail yet, but I think what I'm going to do for now is once I finish the bedrooms, I'll leave the handrail off for now, probably make it easier if I leave because there's only a couple of screws in holding that onto the side. I can take this off to get maybe as a wardrobe up and a couple of beds for up here, or wardrobes, cabinets, whatever. It'll probably make it easier if none of this is on. Then once it's up, I'll concentrate on doing this. I can panel and paint up here and finish up here, put some flooring down. Oh yeah, I've got the flooring to do in there as well. I don't know what I'm going to do with this one. I've got two different types, as you can see in there. I think I'll put a different type in here as well. I might go for like a greyish type, a very light colour, because there's only these lights up here, them 4 roof lights, so it does get dark, so I want everything light in here. So I think for the flooring I'll go for a very light, maybe it's a light greyish colour. We'll see. And there's not much more, so that's another update for in here. I've got the light to go in. Is that not focusing properly? I don't know. And then once I've finished panelling, I'll go in the passageway, and definitely by the end of February, beginning of March, this should all be sorted. But I'll do another video of when I've done the panelling and the flooring and the skirting. That's it for now. So here we go again, another floor. I'm going to start in this room. This is the last room upstairs. I've given it a coat of paint. It's turned out quite light, so although I'm not that keen on the colour, it's only a spare room. I've put a bit of the trim round. I've still got to paint it, but that's no problem. I've boxed that big beam in, and I've put the false beams up just to add the gaps. I've got to trim round these window lights. So I'm going to start on the floor first. I've laid a few out just to match some colours up. I'm going to start in there first. This is the easy part, and all I'll do first is I'll do that section first up to the doorway, then I can put a strip in for the doorway and cut for the door just to go underneath a little bit, and then it's just a case of finishing the room off. It's very, very easy room. There's no awkward cuts, it's just cutting the ends off really. The only other cut I have is a little bit of cutting on the door, but it's nothing really. So this one should be done in a few hours. That's all it takes. It's only click fit, and the floor is pretty flat. Although when I say flat, it's not level. There's a few little dips, but it's quite good floor in this one. I know you're probably thinking there's no underlay down, but this, if I turn it over, has underlay on, so you don't need to put underlay with this one. I could do, but there wouldn't be any point. I've done a little bit more trim around the top, and I haven't painted the rest of the trim. I've got plenty of trim to go around the panelling. I think that's all I'm going to do in this room. Just go around the top and leave the rest of the wall. Obviously when the floor goes down, I'll put the skirting board on, and then I'll see what it looks like. So that's it really. I'll get on with this floor, and this is a before, and I'll show you when it's all finished. Bye for now. So there we go, all finished, same day. I think it was about 10 o'clock, 10:30 when I showed you the room without the floor down. It's now about 2:30. So I did get to, I'll get the words out. I took my time, had a few cups of Yorkshire tea, as you do, but they're so easy to do, there's no problems whatsoever. The only problem I had, well, I'm saying jokingly problem, is the door, where you just cut so it goes under the door. But it was easy enough because I started there, and that's the easiest place to start. And the only cut was a little cut here, so it's a full board from there, just about 1.25 inches to cut off to there, and then it was just two little notches out of this one, out of this board here, and then the rest is just tippy tappy, click click click, and it goes. Doesn't look too bad. What I didn't actually do, well, I started doing it. I started matching the boards up. So when you join them together, they match up. I got to about here and I thought, oh, can't be bothered. So I've just, it's only a spare room, doesn't matter. And who's going to come and stare at the floor all day, saying, oh, that doesn't match. For instance, let me see, where can we see? There's probably one there doesn't match. They're pretty close. There's another one there doesn't match. That one doesn't match. Another one there doesn't match, but doesn't matter. You get some furniture, well, I don't know what's going on here yet, it's just a spare room. So what I'll do next is put the skirting board round. Very, very easy to do. I think it's, what day is it today? It's February something. It's Saturday. Is it the 13th, 14th or whatever? We've actually got sunshine. When you look out, it's windy, very, very windy. But as you can see, it's blowing, but the sun is shining, so that's good. That's it for now. So, done a bit more in here. I've put the skirting board around. I've come to a stop because I've run out of painter's cork just for, there's where the floor is not quite level on underneath the skirting, and I can't push it down. I'm just going to fill that. So I need to get some caulking. When you're doing floors and you're filling gaps underneath like that, the best way to do it, I think, and you don't have to do it like that, instead of using white, get a colour that's similar to the floor colour and put it underneath. And what you do is just get some tape, some paint, masking tape, one that's not too sticky. Get the lightest sticky one you can find, run it along the bottom, and then fill and run it along the skirting board. Then you can do it, and just go along with either your finger or a scraper, and then pull the masking tape off straight away. So this room's just about done now. I've gone round the top and done a bit of filling with the caulking. I'm not going to do any panelling on the walls here. I don't think, it's only a spare room, so it doesn't really need any. But the colours seem to go well, the white with the wall colour. It's not too bad. I've still got the door trim to go around, but that's no problem whatsoever. And just a bit up the top to finish off, and to finish off around the roof lights. But apart from that, it's quite easy. It's Sunday and it's just after dinner time. I'm not going to do any more today. I can't really be bothered. Yeah, like I say, I'm not going to put any panelling round. It can be done at a later date, but I'll get this room finished and fill it up with the bits and bobs I've got in the other rooms. Then I'll start on the passageway, which there's not much to do out here. That room and that room, there's nothing in there. There's just get rid of this old thing. Do a bit of painting here and there and just finish off the panelling out here up the top. And that's it out here. Oh, I've got to get the electrician. I keep saying now I'm going to have to give him a call to come round. But no problem there. So I can see where the joins haven't dried out properly yet, but it's only emulsion paint, so if it still shows up I can just go down and them bits there. Some marks on the wall there, but I'm not sure what they are. They show up on the camera, but when you're looking they don't show up that much. What it actually looks like, I think I've missed. That's what it is. I missed with the roller, so I can go back over that. No problem whatsoever. Anyway, that'll do for now.